Well, hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of Technet. I'm sorry it's been a couple of days. I've been working like a dog trying to get this tree farm plower system up and running properly, and so you guys will notice quite a few changes that weren't recorded. And if I peek around this giant farm, I did end up making the largest one, 5x5 farm. It took me a while to get all the resources, but I had someone help me get the resources. My wife also plays on the server, so she has been mining some, and I pulverized most of our ore and things like that. Most of this is mine. She did give me maybe a stack of iron, and most of the copper you see here was also hers because I had run out, and these are all hers too. She's dropping them off here. So yeah, you see a lot of changes here, and I'm sorry for not recording. I actually feel a little bit bad about not recording some of this stuff, because, I mean, I had a lot to say, but I held it in, and I just said it to myself in my head, and all aggravated like. So I just joined the server. No one else is online, so the chunk wasn't loaded. And as you can see, the farm is fully stocked, and it's not running. I'll show you guys outside how it looks like now. Oh, let's just sleep first. Whoa, that's weird. Yeah, so outside looks like this. It's interesting. I made the largest one. I kept on upping it. First it was a 3x3, and then I made a 3x4, and then I think you were able to also make a 3x5. And then I ended up just adding both sides onto it to make it a full 5x5. So that's what happened here. It's not running right now because while I was offline, something keeps sucking all the energy out of my system. And I had made these hardened energy cells so that they can output. Oh man, you guys missed a lot, honestly. I don't even know if I can fill you all in, but basically, I started off with making one energy cell, and that only outputs 80 RFs per tick. And simply put, 80 RFs are just not enough to power any of these machines. In fact, most of these machines run optimally at around 12 MJs per tick, and because it's a 10-to-1 ratio, 80 RFs per tick is actually 8 MJs per tick. And so I need at least 160 RFs per tick to run any one of these efficiently. So I tried everything. I went into creative. I tried the automation. It seems to work for a while, but then it just kind of stops. It almost runs out of saplings, and that's what happened to my 3x3 farm over here. That's why I ended up making it a 5x5 farm, thinking, oh, it'll just produce more saplings, more apples and things. But if we look at the system, we see that we're actually okay on apples now that I made it on the 3x3, or sorry, the 5x5. We also seem okay on mulch, so the apples are doing their jobs. The problem is the power. So I converted all my single energy cell, and I made more hardened energy cells so that I can output. And here I had it set to 300 so that it doesn't run at full speed. Because literally, when this was running at full speed, there wasn't enough apples to keep up. And so I just thought, well, anyways, there was so many different things. I mean, I tried with one engine, and then I tried, before I achieved the full speed for all of these. If these were all full, and these are the compression engines with the ethanol. And I was wrong last time, by the way. The biofuel changed its name to ethanol. So when I said that that these things would produce something like 1,500,000 or whatever I said, 150,000 or something RFs per unit, it was wrong because I was reading fuel or biofuel, and biofuel is no longer what the old biofuel used to be. So ethanol is the new biofuel, and then fuel is just from industrial craft. You have to use the refinery or something and convert oil into fuel. And anyways, so this makes about, I forget off the top of my head now again, but it's a lot more than this steam one with the coal, but it's not quite like as much as the real fuel would be. I'm just going to pull it up. Hang on a second. Bigger actors. Oh, I happened to close that very tab that I needed. Anyways, let's not waste time. Anyways, it's more than this, but less than fuel. So it's still worth it to do this process because, I mean, otherwise all the apples and stuff would go to waste. And so I started doing this kind of crazy stuff with the multiple engines and these energy cells when this chest here, or I guess locker, was being filled with saplings and extra apples that were just simply not being used here. Like, this was full and it just couldn't. I was producing way too much for the one single dynamo here. So I had one still. I added this after I added the two other dynamos just to keep up with production, but then it was sucking double the amount of energy. And it just basically adding this up. I mean, if you consider one of these machines require at least 120 RFs per tick. So 120, then we got 240, and then we got 360. And this thing, one of them produces, or one of them outputs, it can up to 400. So it would be ideal to have just one of them output at full 400 to have all these running optimally. Ignoring this one in the back and ignoring this engine, I'll explain later. But these three here, the problem is that, like I said, I had the small farm at the time and it just simply wasn't producing enough to keep up with that speed. Like, when these things hold, if you can see my mouse, oh, I can't do that. Anyways, up there at the top of the screen, it says 0 out of 600 MJs, 600 out of 1200, 0 out of 1200. If those were all maxed out and it had all the power that it needed, it would just produce it way too fast. Like, one apple would just like, done. It wasn't coming in fast enough from the 3x3. That was okay. So the problem is that these things, even though that, these things only output 80 RFs. And per tick. So I would need, just like this thing outputs a maximum of 400, I would need 8. So this is 80, 160. I would need like 6 of them to be able to power these 3 machines, which is fine. I guess I could do that. It's just, I was experimenting, and that's why it just looks so terribly jam-packed in here. I moved my machines over here, but basically this is still not enough. So right now, when I log off, I somehow lose all my power, even though I disconnected it from these machines, as you can see. If you right-click with a crescent hammer, it disconnects. So, because this thing eats energy even if it's not being used. Like, it's ridiculous what it does. So I disconnected most of these to make sure they're not connected. I had made an induction smelter, but I haven't used it yet because I have no need to use it, but I put it here just in case. And then this is just for my ore processing while I was making all these hardened conduits and stuff, and a lot of them require Invar. I was completely wrong a couple episodes ago when I said that Invar were not there yet. Invar is actually fairly easy to make. You just combine a little bit of, ferrous and something. So we still got 11 ingots there, but anyway. So then I realized, well, look at all this wood. I mean, using charcoal, I could keep you doing charcoal thing in the steam dynamos. I already have it. And yesterday, so this is kind of how I have to. Did I use all my charcoal? Really? Wow. I thought that I had some left over somewhere. Oh, here. Yeah. So basically, we ran out of apples, we ran out of saplings, except for logs. So then I thought, okay, well, we can either do the steam dynamo, and that's probably what we're going to do instead, because I experimented with this thing, and this is the biogas engine. Now, you can put different things in the biogas engine, like, see, as soon as I put this to 80 RFs, it powers this thing at a very low quantity, but at least it's powering it and it's starting to do something. And that's going to kind of jumpstart the system, because this is going to produce the apples and the saplings, the extra saplings. The apples should, except it's not, should pull and into this thing. And then this thing here is also set to receive energy here. So this is actually being powered now, or at least it should be. Maybe it's not reaching all the way here, I guess, or maybe this is just simply not strong enough for the time being. It's almost full here, so yeah, it did take the apples. So anyways, when this thing fills up and there's no trees to chop down, as you can see up there, it's almost full. It's pretty much full now. then it's going to start charging everything else. But nothing really needs. This is full. It's not being used. So it's going to start charging this thing, which then charges this thing, which then charges this thing, which then starts powering this thing. So this should start getting power now from this very one machine here, just off the charcoal. So as an experiment, I made one of these because I realized that you can take logs here and squeeze them down into sap. And then sap can be used in a biogas engine to make MJs. Now it actually only outputs 2 MJs per tick. That's like saying 20 RFs per tick. So really, for the amount of sap that I get for one log, it's just not worth it. I mean, and then this chest here, we already made lots. You see, I got all this wood pulp because that's the byproduct of doing it for wood. Oh, we do have saplings. Okay, I'm just going to steal that here and put it up here. But, so basically, one of these is not enough to power everything. I would need like a whole series of these things, and we might still do that, but the problem is it's going to be a very slow process because I have to save up my biofuel so that it can have enough to power the 6 engine. So see, it just rendered enough biomass or biofuel or ethanol to start powering this thing. See, it's going up, and that's producing 80 RFs per tick. So then basically this is producing 80, that's producing 80, and then so 160 is powering this, all of this. So this top still has been disconnected so that it doesn't power this one. It only powers this bottom one, fermenter, and the squeezer, and I guess the other squeezer right now, which I can also technically undo because I don't know if I need the sap. But this thing should fire on as soon as it gets, I don't know how many. And then I'll start producing 2 MJ. But really, like I said, I mean, this thing needs something like 12 or 16 MJ to run at full speed. 12 and 16 here too. So really, the 2 here is just not doing anything. Like, the 2 might be okay to run one of those machines. You know, like if you had one of these per, like, let's say a pulverizer, I guess that would be okay, but I don't know. So, I've talked a long time about this just now. And honestly, I'm not sure what to do yet for this episode. So I just wanted to fill you guys in because I feel bad for not recording most of it. I regret not recording some of it, at least, because crafting all these things, took some resources and some kind of fumbling here and there. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go back to I'm going to make a couple of more of these furnaces. And what we're going to do is temporarily disconnect this entire side because I don't think this is staying my machine room. This is a very bad setup. It's not efficient. I mean, I have like a conduit going to the back there because I needed a hopper so that I can like queue my pulverizing, and then it goes right into the furnace. So it's just awkward. So instead, what I'm going to do is focus this room on just power. And so I'm probably going to move all these machines down. Maybe we're going to dig down, or maybe do like a tunnel from here and then do another room underground or something like that of just machines. I still haven't touched my house, so I still have to do that. I was testing these little wedges and things. That's kind of cool. I can't wait to start working on that, and I will. I promise I will. I need a roof and things like that. So even if this house becomes just the little lodge for the wood farm, that's fine by me, and then we can build a bigger house over there or on this hill or something. And then I don't know if I ever showed that, actually, but T3 made that because that's going to be like our future restaurant or something from all his harvest craft food items. He said he might change the texture or the building. I don't know exactly what he's doing with that. But that's what's happening with me. So this is a giant tree farm that I might build a path around. I think I want the path to be like suspended over the water here. So it's going to curve around and then go back towards the door of this. And this might be like the control room for this tree farm. Eventually what I'd like to do is, again, instead of using this as a house, it'd just be like, oh, here's a computer craft computer, and I can say, oh, how much... I don't know, maybe count how many saplings I have in the system, how many RFs we're producing, things like that. I don't know. We still need a roof, though, maybe even a second floor. This took forever to make, and I didn't even remember how much tin and copper it uses to make all of this stuff. But But anyway, so as this thing powers up, it will start producing more and more power because, well, not really. I mean, this thing needs to fill up, and that's the bad part about it, is it's very slow process because it's using it as it's filling. And so by the time it fills up, hang on, 412 was the max. Yeah, it's slowly, very slowly going up. And when it fills up, that's when this fills up, and that's when this fills up. So it takes like 20 minutes, maybe longer, for all three to kick in at full speed. And that's when it starts to kind of go full speed, but it's still not enough. Like I said, I need like 6 for just these. And then I have this one attached and everything. So I had actually made these. Oh yeah, and one last thing. These things output 80 RFs here, only when there is nothing in its buffer. This is its buffer. If the buffer fills up, so if the power has nowhere to go, then it fills up here to 40,000 RFs, and this drops to like 4 RFs per tick. And it only goes back up to 80 RFs per tick if this is empty. So it's best to always have the energy go somewhere. So I made these energy cells so that it could at least fill something. And believe it or not, I didn't record it, but these 3 were full at one point. They were full. And then that's when I still had the 3x3, and it was full because I paused it, and I think I was using this thing to power the fermenter and the still so that it just kept on producing. Because, like, look, even now we have enough apple juice. So realistically, what I could do is disconnect the power from the apple juice, disconnect the power from the sap, because let's face it, it's not really doing much, to be honest. And then the leftover wood pulp aren't really used for much. All I can really use it for is letter things, so I can make some paper, a carton, which isn't really used for much either, and where was it? This is cool because I can make letters, but I mean, look at how many I have. I can make tons of letters, and I don't even have a mailbox yet, so we need honey for that. So by the time, I don't know. So now, because we just disconnected those, most of the power will be going into, I guess... Well, this is full. Where's the power going? Is it this? Not really. 8 per tick, 10, 9. Is it going somewhere else? I don't know. It's all just very weird. I'd like to... I don't know. I don't even know if I want them connected like this. Like, I'd rather like have them all separated, and then maybe one energy cell could be used for one type of machine. Like, oh, you know, this energy cell could be just for fermenters, even if I have more than one fermenter. So see, now this one's finally going up, kind of 20. It's actually pretty fast now. It's not at full speed, but it's pretty fast. I don't know. So once it's the saplings that are the problem, because it's almost done with the saplings, and then the still. I mean, realistically, this is when I do kind of crazy things like, okay, well then, you know what? Oh, I can't reach back there. I'll cut the power to this, for example, and then feed only the fermenter some power so that it can do its thing and like ferment all of it really fast. Which I may still do, and I could do, I guess, but now I can't oh, here it is, wait. So if I cut power, then the only thing that's receiving power is this. Supposed to be, anyway. And this thing's outputting 80 RFs per tick, but this is also taking most of that. So it should still go up, though. I don't know. It's just not enough. Oh, no, wait, we're getting 160. Yeah, but 80 is probably traveling this way. I don't know. So basically, I just rambled on for 15 minutes talking about nothing. These are my problems, my dilemmas. It is a cool system, but what I'm going to do is probably use these logs, because originally I was thinking let's just sell wood products. That would be cool to set up a shop up there for wood products. We might still do that once we figure out all of this stuff. Maybe I'll have to build another farm to keep up with apple and sapling production, because if we would have maybe 2 of these, it would be enough apples and saplings to keep going at full speed, which would pretty much power these 2 stills. Like at one point I had a tank back here because I had too much biomass. But then as soon as I added the other engines, I don't know. It's just very weird. Like I'll have to keep playing with it, but I didn't want to bore you guys, and that's why I haven't been recording, is because I myself don't know exactly what I'm doing with that. So now, if you have any ideas, feel free to suggest it in the comments. No one's really commented on my videos yet, which makes me sad. I'm kidding. I mean, it does make me sad, but it's fine. So so now that we stopped producing, it's losing ethanol, so I'm going to have to re-enable that actually, because I don't know where the power is going. It's kind of weird how it's not powering it to the max, but this is still pretty much receiving the same amount, well, a little less. So they're not running optimally. They're actually running very, very, very low. And I think what I would need to do is use all of the coal and all of the logs to power these and fill like a big tank of it or something. Like maybe that's what I should do, just move all these machines and put several tanks here and just fill them up of ethanol, so then I can turn it on and it could literally produce like... Anyway, we'll come back to that. I might cut some of this little random explanation out, but I think what I'm going to do now is show you guys T3's base, because we're on a multiplayer server and we really haven't touched on anybody else's base. So as I mentioned, my wife also plays on the server, or started playing on the server recently, actually. So what we're going to do is show you around. So she decided that she wants to build a tree house. And so this is what she started building. These are, what type of trees are they? Ash. Spawned in a, this is technically, what is it, rainforest biome, but it's not your like vanilla rainforest. It's like one of these with the ash logs. It's another biome mod we have on here. So yeah, so she started building a tree house, and she's building it up by growing additional trees on top of the platform, the first platform. So once she gets a couple of these, she has 2 there. She's going to start interlinking them and things. So it's going to be really cool. I think she may use carpenter blocks for railings and maybe bridges and things, and maybe even flooring she might change out. She hasn't played Minecraft in a while, so she was shocked at first when these logs do the directional kind of placement. Like, that never used to be the case. Back when she played, these logs, when you placed them, they all faced up, kind of like in the trees. So yeah. So yeah, I can't wait for the treehouse to be cool, because the view is going to be kind of cool. That smoke is really cool. It's like a big barbecue. And then T3, Croswat, and I think also War Kittens all share this big mountain as a base. So we're going to go there now and check it out. So I'm probably, well, compared to Croswat and T3 and them, I'm very primitive. I'm just kind of starting. Well, actually, my wife, I guess, he has the least amount of things, but I have almost nothing. I just have the power thing, and I've been, honestly, like, I spent hours and hours on that power thing, and it's just, I can't seem to nail it. And I want to do it because I know there's other more efficient and easy ways to get power. I'm kind of also interested in big reactors, because I have enough of that yellorium ore, or whatever it's called. But I just, and we have enough charcoal to make the casings for it, but still. I think first I want to do like a renewable. Oh, I guess we're here. Look at this. Some bee stuff. Or I guess what used to be bee stuff, because there's a lot of flowers here. Why is that chunk all crazy cuckoo? Huh. Let me just relog here. That's better. So this is their base. I guess there's a ladder here that I just noticed. Cow farm. Wow, my frames drop a little bit when I enter this chunk. That's crazy. Or maybe because I relogged and it's generating everything again. I don't know how to get up here, to be honest. Oop, I guess there's a tunnel here with the windows. Oops. Yeah, we gotta make it in. Well, wasn't it just day? How did that just happen? Weird. Anyways, let's climb the ladder. Oh, it's like a rope ladder? Oh, that's so cool. How does one rope ladder? Oh. Like this. Yay. Yeah, so T3. T3 is the administrator of this server and many other servers that we've hosted in the past, as well as usually the guide to go to on our forums and things like that. And this is his base with Croswat, who he met, I believe, through moderating the Play Mindcrack server, which I think they really enjoy. So let's snoop around. Oh, armor. That's another thing. I have, like, nothing. I got these leather boots from a zombie I killed. Yeah. That's cool. Just the basics here, I guess. Industrial 2 stuff. This is not industrial craft. Psh, silly willies. Neither is this. They got their crazy ME system. I still have no idea how this works, and I don't know if I want to use it. It may be difficult, but I just find it too easy to just say, oh, I don't know. Maybe I'd like the traditional kind of Minecraft sorters, like where you use other sorting pipes and stuff to like fill chests and stuff. Anyway, let's go down. This is their whole computer server room, I guess, for now. Whoa, I guess this is where they make some chips. This is another kind of ME system sorter thingy. More computery things and ME systems. Whoa. Whoa, what? I just got XP for standing on that. That used to be... Oh, it took my XP. Hey, give it back. This should be a pressure plate, not a switch. So when you stand on it... Oh, it's a grate, though. It might not be able to. I don't know. Enchanting tables. Cool, that's cool. I think I can jump and not die. Oh, God. Oh, I took damage. Weird. Oh, this is the tunnel that we were at, I guess. Yep. I like this industrial look, actually. I might do something similar, but maybe not using the same blocks, or I don't know. Because I want to get using these wedges. What's down here? Oh, this is their... Oh, wow, they got railcraft switching and stuff. Cool. I think this leads all the way to my mine, or the community mine that I started underneath the spawn building. We'll take a ride one day, maybe. What else? What else? What else? Patio outside. Cool. I like how the door stays open. Wow, they got... I haven't even seen half of this stuff. Industrial craft stuff here. Using lava, I see. Geothermal generators, probably from the end... the nether? Anyways, I don't even think that I could show you everything. There's so much stuff here, and I don't know where half of this stuff is. Computer craft. This is a computer craft kind of to-do list. That's cool. I want to get into computer craft as well. See, they're using the whole hopper system as well, but mine's... I don't have a chest on top of mine. Here's the thermal expansion stuff that I'm trying to do. The thing is like they're doing it the smart way and combining a whole bunch of mods. I'm just focusing on one mainly for now. Well, I guess I'm combining forestry and thermal, but anyway. This is their giant reactor. Maybe it's a spoiler, but I saw it in Croswat's recent video. That's huge, and they recently got the cryothium gel, or whatever it's called. It's the best coolant there is for these reactors. Ooh, I didn't know Computer Craft interfaced with that. That's really cool. I love Computer Craft. Just can't wait to get to it. Oh, I get lost in these tunnels, to be honest. There's a cow. Hi. Oh, this is an auto milker. It milks the cows automatically. Poor cow. His teat must hurt a little bit. Villager farm. I'm not gonna... Wait, you know what? No. I don't know. T3's harvest craft room. You may have seen it in some of his videos, if you watch his videos. Very cool stuff. A lot of ingredients. I know he's still working on automating most of it. Yeah, and there's more ME systems that's on a dedicated network for just harvest craft and stuff. Like I said, I don't know how any of this stuff works, so I can't explain it to you. This is the system he used initially to make these tasty grilled cheese sandwiches that he pranked me with. Wheat farm, reed farm, egg farm, E-I-E-I-O, everyone's farm. I don't know what this is, never seen this. Oh, does this work? Wait, what? This is set to what? Right click, which is placing. So how does it remove it if you... Oh, what? What just happened? I heard something. That was probably an egg. Oh, wow, that does actually reach there. That's so cool. I don't know how that stuff works either. We might get into that later on. Whoa, another industrial craft. Oh, I like the sound in here. It's like a computery sound. What is that? Cobblestone. He's generating cobblestone? Yep. He's generating cobblestone that feeds into a recycler. Oh. Psh. Kind of cheaty. I guess you have to power it though, and this is not cheap to power, that's for sure. Oh, look at the max power. What? 131 EUs per tick and they're only feeding it 10? Oh, with upgrades. Oh, that's even more cheaty. That's too easy. Anyways, I have no idea how this works either. I don't know what these are. They're fabricating something. I don't know where it goes once it fabricates. What is that? I've never seen that multi-block. What is that? High pressure boiler tank from Railcraft. Oh, cool. What is that powering? A turbine housing. No idea. Okay, well, I think that I've talked for long enough. We haven't done much this episode, but at least I gave you an explanation as to where I've been these last couple of days, and we did a little server tour, so yeah. I will figure more power stuff out at my base, and hopefully for next episode have something. If that means I have to mine all night and make another tree farm, I will. And then once that's done, then we can get on to other things. Maybe computer craft, so I can monitor my things and... Well, that was weird. I thought that was actually a cutout in the cave. And there's my wife. And now I'm going to get off. So thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, do all those crazy fancy things. And bye-bye.